Hello, air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is going to be a timeless tarot reading. Who is this narcissist in your life, and what can you do about this? Okay, so this is not for everyone. You will know if this reading is for you. If it lands with you, please take what resonates, leave the rest for others. You will know who I'm talking about most definitely as we dive into the cards. I already did a pre-shuffle because it's kind of a lengthy process. I'm using several decks. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm aligned with love and light and God, and I'm here of service of the great and highest good of all of you guys. So thank you so much, air signs, for allowing me to be of service in this way, all right? So the narcissist in your life is definitely someone who has a superiority complex. Okay. Whereas you might know that you know better, but they think they know better. Okay. And they might be very dominating, controlling in their energy. Whew. And they feel far superior, far above other people, whether this is street smarts or book smarts or through their manipulative behaviors. Like they weave these tales or set these impossible standards, okay, that others can never measure up to. I feel how this person may not listen to others, may not listen to you, and they might make people feel very, very small. I feel how the narcissist says when to stop and when to go and draws the lines, right? And there can be some fear around repercussion from not following along with this kind of an influence, all right? I want to say that narcissism may be a diagnosed condition, but I'm not speaking about the condition. I'm speaking of people who exhibit the traits of narcissistic personality disorder, and those are challenging relationships in our lives, and they may be at varying degrees. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you know who I'm talking about in your life, okay? But this could be at work or at home. So I say this could be someone very close, like a spouse, partner, parent, child, something like this, family member who lives with you. It could also be someone outside of your home, in your community or in your workplace, whatever. You know what this is, you know what I'm talking about, or you will as this reading unfolds. So Spirit is saying that this person feels superior. They think they're smarter. They feel like they have the information and that others may be ignorant. I'm getting the word sheeple. Okay. So I also want to say that this person, in some people's lives, there may be a closeness, there may be a trauma bond or a love bond. Okay. There may be allegiances. A lot of times there is a grooming process that sets the tone for that. And I feel how there are repercussions that we fear if we don't follow through with what narcissist expects of us. Okay. So depending on how close the relationship is and how deep the intensity is, or the trauma bond even is, then some may have fears of their safety. And if that is the case, I need to stop you right now and say, this is not the reading for you. You need to see a way out. And if you need intervention or third-party resources like police or women's haven agency, something like this, or domestic violence shelter, I'm not excluding men. I'm just saying, if you need something like this, a third-party agency, a government agency, someone who can assist you to back away safely, please do so. All right. Those people are here to help for a reason when things are too much for the individual. All right. I feel how this is too much for you. Okay. It may be too much for who this is resonating with, but it's not all, because not all people feel that they are in direct risk for their physical safety. Okay. But there's still risk, right? I don't want to disappoint them. I don't want to let them down. I don't want to make them upset. I'm afraid of their reaction or how they may, how things may unfold as a result of what I do or don't do. Okay. That's a lot of pressure to put on one individual, to put on you. That's a lot of pressure, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. So I feel how it's, really important for you to relax a little and realize that we're all on level playing fields here, and some things are beyond our control, out of our hands for a reason. Please pray. If you're someone who does pray to God, source, creator, higher power, higher self, angels, Jesus, whoever you pray to, that's who listens to your prayers. So air sign, call in the big guns upstairs to move some things here. And if you feel that there are repercussions to your actions, like that's exactly what I'm talking about here. That's not love. That's not respect. That's not mutual beneficial relationship. Okay. So this person also may feel like they're above the law. So you have major arcana 11, justice. They may have current or past legal troubles. They may have been in law enforcement, okay? Or they may feel they are above the law with superiority complex here. I don't get caught, or I can't get caught, or I can't get hurt, or I am very righteous, okay? They may portray this image as if I'm an upstanding citizen to other people, but you may suspect that it is different, right? And that is this superiority complex. They must uphold a superior image, and that's what they're attempting to do. But you know that they are not a superior individual, okay? You recognize that there's some distortion, some unhealthy patterns, some toxicity here. This person's probably wounded, all right? And Spirit is bringing me that to you right now, that this person who may be very challenging in your life or in your experience right now, air sign, is probably also deeply wounded. Just like you. And hurt people, and I'm not excusing anything at all, but it's very important to see this and to put this into perspective. Even if you're deeply hurt and traumatized, or you have your own issues, it's not okay to bring that upon other people. It's not okay for this person, this narcissist, to put that on other people. If this person wanted to find a way out of their situation, then they would. That's what I feel here. But I don't feel like they have a problem with the way things are. This is who they are. This is a part of who they are, and take them or leave them, but they don't want you to leave them, right? It's just to take me, and this is how I am. I'm dysfunctional, I'm toxic, and you deal with me or you don't. And it's my way or the highway. And I feel like even legal actions may be somehow circumvented here. Like they use it to laugh, to mock the system or something, because, you know, they've outwitted them or something. I can feel this here. Okay. So what's important is that we get out of denial and out of the problem. Do you see how I got all drawn up into that real quick? I feel how that's how it is for you. You get all drawn in and trying to figure out the problem, the solution, and be on the right side and help find some kind of peace or resolution here. And it all feels like a game. It all feels like exactly what is intended to occur is that you are running around in circles, serving the energetic needs of the narcissistic energy vampire in your life. That's what I feel here. So getting out of denial and being honest about this. Well, you know what? They played me for a fool. They've been abusing me for years. I should have left a long time ago, whatever this could be. Being honest is where your power is. Even if it's humiliating or embarrassing or painful to see the truth, that is where your power lies. From that empowered space, you feel what you need to feel, to see what you need to see, to say what you need to say, to do what you need to do, to move in a healthy way, to adjust course. So denial, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So I might be afraid to see the truth. I might be afraid to see that this is even out of my hands. I feel this here. Like I can't do anything about this, Heidi. Yes, it's crazy, but that person feels that they are so too big for their britches that they won't listen to me or anybody. Sometimes it needs legal intervention, and that must mean you put your foot down and keep that healthy boundaries and stop enabling that person so that they may meet their karma and find that healthy resolution through those other means. I feel very strongly how it's not you. I'm so sorry. As much as you might want it to be you, just the right thing that you say, that it sinks in, or the right path that you illuminate that really makes sense. I feel how you really want it for them and you want to be able to help them, but their messenger is not you. I feel how they need to receive it through a different way. And it's something that they need to experience so that they can fully integrate that. So being out of denial, and I can see here how this hurts you. Empathy is the other card here. You feel and understand the emotions of another. Empathy, I feel how you feel guilty. If you help, you feel guilty. If you don't help, you just want things to be resolved, but you can't do enough. And I must say, you can't do anything. That person must do all the work and make all the decisions, and they have to be the right decisions for that person. And they may not line up with the decisions that you think are right. And that might hurt too. But we have to give people the space to grow into the kind of people that they deserve to be, right? We have to let them grow and mature. And sometimes that means landing on their rock bottom. We have to let them land on rock bottom and let them feel the despair of that place and know that they don't want to be there anymore. And the only way to do something to change things is to start thinking differently, moving differently, and seeing your way out of that space. So it has to be a personal choice. And I feel here how praying can really help move things, especially when you're feeling extremely weighed down by this. Okay, give it to spirit. God can move in the hearts of people. God can move in this world in a beautiful number of ways. So trust in the divine. Now, your numerology cards here say number 61, self-love. I feel how it is super mega important, air sign, that you begin to love yourself more than you love other people or what they can do for you or what they add to your life, what they take from your life, the kind of stress they put on you. You've got to love yourself enough to cut it away, even out of your spare moments. All right. When your head goes back there and your heart goes back there, don't allow it. Disallow the energy. You have to let other people be adults and handle their biz and trust that that is, and not let it weigh you down. That's how I feel here with the self-love card. You've got to love yourself enough to put your foot down and say, I don't want this in my life anymore. Your problems are your own, and I'm going to let it be that way. And behind this, you have the number 2, patience. I feel how this patience is about, I feel how, yes, allowing patience for the divine to move this person in whatever ways are right for them so that you can feel better about it. Okay. But patience with yourself for being involved for so long, for feeling like a victim, for feeling like a fool, for feeling used. That's what I feel. Patience for yourself, for not knowing better. Had you known better, had you known better, had you done this or that differently, but that's not the way it was divinely intended. It is the way it is supposed to be. And the fact that you're fed up is all you need to know about shifting your energy. All right. And I feel like this patience is also for you and your healing and your growth. Your final card here, air sign, is wounded healer. You don't have to be healed to want a healthy life. Say that in your heart of hearts. You do not have to be healed to want a healthy life. I don't have to be healed to want a healthy life, to live a healthy life. I simply must have the intent. And that's how you heal, by just being better and doing better and disallowing that kind of energy into your life and the lives of those people you love. This might be I need to put my foot down about the people that my kids are associated with. I even feel this here just a little bit because they've learned it from you. I'm sorry, but Spirit wants me to say that, air sign. That's how we heal. So show them how to heal. You can still be wounded and still have flaws and still have stress and still have personality quirks or habits or struggles or whatever, and be like, heck no, not that kind of devil. I've seen that thing before. Okay, not that kind of darkness, coping mechanism, activity, person, relationship. I don't do that anymore, even if I have in the past. Maybe that's where the wounds came from. So I feel how the wounds will begin to heal once the pattern is fully resolved and integrated. That's what I feel here. Someone who is above the law, but they're not. They feel they are. They're not. This may be something that's out of your hands. Put it in the hands of God. That is what I have for you, air sign. I thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Half of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. So if you're not subscribed, please click the subscription, hit the notification, give me a comment to let me know how it resonated, and I will see you on the next one. If you wanted to connect with me privately, my links are in your description box.